If you were to ask a casual college football fan which quarterback is having the best season in 2021, they'd likely say either Bryce Young, CJ Stroud, Matt Corral, or Kenny Pickett. Now, all those are solid answers, and those quarterbacks have been amazing this year. They're all likely going to finish in the top 10 of Heisman Trophy voting. With that being said, there's a quarterback who was on the verge of setting the FBS record for most passing touchdowns in a season, along with the record for most passing yards in a single season. His name is Bailey Zappe, and he's the quarterback at Western Kentucky. Before we get to today's video, make sure you hit that subscribe button and turn on those notifications if you're new to the channel. If you love college football content, then this is definitely the place for you. If you're watching this video, it likely means you're a new viewer, so make sure to hit that subscribe button for more college football videos just like this one. If there's a topic you'd like to see me discuss, drop a comment down below, and it very well can turn into my next video. Also, if you could take a second and drop a like on this video, I would greatly appreciate it. It helps the algorithm of the video and helps share it with more college football fans. In his first season at the FBS level, Bailey Zappe led Western Kentucky to the Conference USA title game. Unfortunately, they came up just short as they lost to UTSA. Still, it was a great season for Western Kentucky, and Zappe was a large part of that. He has one game left, assuming he's going to play in their bowl game, meaning he has a chance to break some serious FBS records. Currently, Zappe has thrown 56 passing touchdowns this season. The all-time record is held by Joe Burrow, who threw 60 back in 2019, though he did it in 15 games. Zappe has also thrown for 5,545 yards, with the record being held by BJ Simmons, who threw for 5,833 at Texas Tech back in 2003. Western Kentucky plays Appalachian State in the Boca Raton Bowl on December 18th. Zappe needs 5 passing touchdowns to break Joe Burrow's record, but he only needs 289 passing yards to break Simmons' passing record. So, who exactly is Bailey Zappe, and why is he on the verge of setting both of these records while flying so under the radar? Well, he wasn't really thought of as much of a recruit coming out of high school. He didn't have any star rating, and nobody really knew who he was. He was from Victoria, Texas, a small town on the map that doesn't ever really get much buzz. During his senior year at Victoria East High School, he threw for 3,800 yards with 37 passing touchdowns, while adding over 600 yards on the ground with 15 rushing touchdowns. He was one of the best quarterbacks in his area, but there were no offers coming in. He eventually did receive one offer. It came from a program in Texas, but not one you'd likely know of: Houston Baptist University. Zappe appeared in 10 games during his freshman year, starting 9 of them. He threw for just over 1,500 yards with 5 touchdown passes, but 10 interceptions. He then started all 11 games as a sophomore and earned all Southland Conference honorable mention. He threw for nearly 3,000 yards, which led the conference. He was also 12th among FCS quarterbacks with 23 passing touchdowns. In 2019, Zappe started all 12 games, throwing for 3,800 yards. His 35 passing touchdowns led all of the FCS. His 317 passing yards per game were the second most in the FCS. Then, in 2020, during a COVID-shortened season, Zappe threw for over 1,800 yards with 15 passing touchdowns in only 4 games. He was on the verge of cementing himself as the top quarterback at the FCS level, but unfortunately, we didn't get to see a full 12-game season to see him prove it. Following the end of Houston Baptist's season, he had a difficult decision to make. Either he could enter the NFL draft, stay another year at Houston Baptist, or enter the transfer portal and give the FBS a shot. Ultimately, he decided to transfer to Western Kentucky. Here's what he had to say about his decision. After that year, I was eligible to go to the draft, so at first I had to make that decision. Do I want to take a chance? Do I want to declare, or do I want to stay another year and kind of see what happens? That was honestly an easy decision. I wanted to stay another year in college. I wanted to see what my last year of college was like, how it went. Houston Baptist lost their offensive coordinator, Zach Kittley, to Western Kentucky. After he got there, Bailey Zappe was the first person he called. I wanted to move up a level and go somewhere with higher competition and a better opportunity to put myself in position to go to the next level. So I went into the transfer portal. I think it was like 8:30 that next morning. The first person calling me was Coach Kittley. He said, "I just wanted to be the first one to offer you." I had Tennessee and Texas Tech offer me. I had some other schools slide in the DMs asking me what's my interest and stuff like that. But Western Kentucky was always my number one, being able to come here and play under Coach Kittley for one more year. Honestly, just the scheme and the way he calls plays, getting guys open, making it easy on me to get our playmakers the ball and let them do their job. The connection that we've been able to build over the last 4 years, still to this day, I spend most of my day hanging out with Coach Kidley, picking his brain on this week's opponent, kind of seeing what his thoughts are going into the game, what he's looking at, what he's seen, just trying to gain the knowledge of this week's opponent. Bailey Zappe wasn't the only Houston Baptist player that ended up transferring to Western Kentucky. Wide receivers Jareth Stearns, Josh Stearns, and Ben Ratzlaff came over with Zappe from HBU as well. Turns out, it was a match made in heaven at the FBS level. Through the regular season, Western Kentucky was averaging the second most points a game. If they win their next bowl game and get their 9th win of the season, it'll be one of their best seasons since joining the FBS level. Zappe started his Western Kentucky career with a bang, as he threw for over 400 yards with 7 passing touchdowns against Tennessee Martin to begin the 2021 season. Since then, he's put up video game numbers essentially every week. He also was able to put the team on his back and help guide them to the Conference USA title game. After starting the season with a 1-4 record, Zappe helped the Hilltoppers rattle off 7 straight victories. Zappe credits all of his success to his offensive line, who has been graded as one of the best offensive lines in all of college football this season. I'm blessed, to be honest with you. I'm blessed to have that front 5 that I have, the best unit in the nation. I'm blessed to have receivers that I do, the running backs that I have, the coaches that I have. I'm not here without those guys. Every day from here till I leave, I'm going to tell them thank you, to be honest with you. I'm going to tell them thank you for turning my career from what I was doing my freshman year to now. Even if Zappe doesn't play in his bowl game, he's going to finish with one of the greatest seasons we've ever seen from a college quarterback at the FBS level. He's currently 8th all-time in single-season passing yards and 3rd all-time in passing touchdowns. But, yet again, it seems like nobody's noticed we're about to witness history. So, what are your thoughts on Bailey Zappe? Do you think he's going to be able to break both of the records in Western Kentucky's bowl game? Drop a comment down below and share with me your thoughts. He's definitely going to break the record for passing yards, and honestly, he might break that in the first half. Now, going into the game, Bailey Zappe is well aware of Joe Burrow's record that he's about to break. And if you ask me, I wouldn't be shocked if Western Kentucky says throw every play, because again, it's not every day you see a quarterback getting this close to the record. If I were to place a bet, I think it's safe to say Zappe's going to throw at least 5 touchdown passes, and he's going to break Joe Burrow's record. Honestly, if Western Kentucky truly just gives him the keys to the game, we might see one of the better single-game performances from a quarterback in college football history. So, if you want a good game to tune into, watch that Western Kentucky Appalachian State Bowl game, because it's going to be fun. If you guys haven't done so yet, make sure to hit that subscribe button and turn on those notifications so you don't miss any future college football videos. If you love college football, then this is definitely the place for you. As always, thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you all in my next video.